Good morning, and welcome to the 2026 Commencement Ceremony of the University of Minnesota, Rochester. How good it is to be together for this special day. We acknowledge that the University of Minnesota, Rochester is located on land that was cared for and called home by the Dakota, Ho-Chunk, and other Native peoples from time immemorial. This land holds great historical, spiritual, and personal significance for the Native nations and peoples of this region. We are working to hold our university accountable to American Indian peoples and nations. On behalf of the campus community, I express ongoing gratitude for our supportive city of Rochester, and its mayor is here today, Mayor Kim Norton. Thank you. You honor us with your presence. We're also grateful for our great state of Minnesota, remembering today the trailblazing founders who established this campus not so long ago. And now, as you are able, please remain standing or stand for the national anthem to be performed by the Poverello Chamber Players. Students, are you ready for this celebration to begin? I thought so. What a beautiful day we have to honor each of you, your hard work, your perseverance, and your achievements. As we confer these University of Minnesota degrees and celebrate your academic accomplishments, let us also honor the innovative work of your faculty and staff, the support of your friends and family, and the deep commitment of the Rochester community to your success. I encourage you, students, to heighten your attention to this moment. The sounds and sights, the feelings, the thoughts, crystallize the memory to savor over the coming years. Very shortly, you will be college graduates. We are all so proud of each of you and all that you have done to reach this day of celebration. I'd like to introduce you all to the UMR Commencement Stage Party. You will find the names of these distinguished guests on page 2 of your program. And to my far right is our Grand Marshal, Dr. Wendy S. Shannon. If you would stand, please. Dr. Shannon is a devoted community volunteer and passionate advocate for education. She chairs the Chancellor's Advisory and Advocacy Council and serves on our development committee. That's the group that helps bring in the scholarships, everybody. She is a proud 3-time graduate from the University of Minnesota. Dr. Shannon's experience spans nonprofit, government, and education, including more than 13 years as superintendent for Byron Schools. She has been recognized for leading transformative change in education. And she's our Grand Marshal today because her wise counsel has been pivotal in the success of this campus, and we are grateful for Dr. Shannon. And now I'll introduce the rest of the stage party. Please hold your applause until the end of these introductions. Next to Dr. Shannon is Dr. Yuk Sham, Co-Director of Graduate Studies. Next to Dr. Sham is Dr. John Holman, Associate Dean for Academic Affairs, Mayo Clinic School of Health Sciences. Next to Dr. Holman is the Honorable Ruth Johnson of the University of Minnesota Board of Regents. Regent Johnson is here to officially confer the degrees, pretty important. We are so honored to have Regent Johnson here today. Thank you for officiating our ceremony and for your ongoing service as a regent. Next to Regent Johnson, our student speakers, Angel Lopez and Liel Cohen, and faculty speaker, Dr. Tim Doherty. I'll tell you more about each of them in just a few minutes. Next is Dr. Marcia Nichols, Chair of the Center for Learning Innovation Directorship Committee. Next is Dr. Paul Honstead, Vice Chancellor for Academic Affairs and Innovation. Please welcome the University of Minnesota Rochester Commencement Stage Party. In front of the stage are members of the University of Minnesota Rochester's faculty. I am so very grateful for these faculty members. As individuals, they are exceptionally accomplished people, and together they form a creative collective of interdisciplinary educators who are devoted to student learning and development. Many other staff, fantastic staff, support the life of this campus as well, including their support of this special day. Graduates, would you please help me thank your faculty and staff for their investment in your lives and learning. Our graduates have selected their speakers for today's ceremony, students and faculty from our UMR community. I'll introduce all three speakers before they begin their presentations. Our first student speaker is Angel Lopez, a Bachelor of Science in Health Professions graduate, completing the sonography program with our partner, the Mayo Clinic School of Health Sciences. Angel, a first-generation student, was born and raised in Norwalk, California, where his passion for helping others first took root. That drive led him to UMR, where he found the perfect environment to be challenged, to grow, and to reach his full potential. Today, as he celebrates this milestone, Angel is proud to have me announce that he will be joining Mayo Clinic as a diagnostic medical sonographer, serving patients and making a lasting impact. The second student speaker is Liel Cohen. Liel is a first-generation student from Plymouth, Minnesota, and a first-generation American. Along the way at UMR, Liel became deeply involved in campus life and the community, serving as orientation welcome leader for 3 years, including 2 as head owl, where he enjoyed helping new students find their place. Liel also contributed to student leadership through the Rochester Student Association Board and as co-president of the Gender and Sexuality Alliance Rochester, while participating as a scholar in the Health Core Living Learning community. After graduation, Liel plans to take a gap year before pursuing a master's degree in nursing. Above all, he hopes to build a future centered on compassion, connection, and making others feel seen and supported. Our faculty speaker is Dr. Tim Doherty. Dr. Doherty earned a Bachelor of Arts in Chemistry from the University of Minnesota Morris. He has always been interested in science, and during his time at Morris became interested in teaching chemistry, in large part due to his dedicated chemistry professors. After graduating, Dr. Doherty worked in a 3M lab where his desire to teach was crystallized. He later earned a doctorate at Iowa State and taught at a community college before finding his home at UMR in 2019. He teaches first and second year chemistry and is interested in helping students during what can be a stressful time. He is an exemplary, Hufflepuff, if you don't know, look it up, who has worked to find a healthy balance among work, life, study, and sleep. And he constantly tries to communicate this to his students. In his free time, he spends time with his wife and 2 daughters and enjoys being outside, especially while fishing. And now our speakers, let's begin. Please help me welcome Angel Lopez.
This is where the nerves kick in. Greetings. Before I begin, I would like to thank the staff members who made this ceremony possible, including Regent Johnson, who took time out of her weekend just to be here today. I would also like to thank all the family and friends who are here to celebrate the graduates, especially those who cross state lines and country borders just to be here today. And most importantly, congratulations to the class of 2026. I'll be honest, when I was asked to write this speech, like many of my other speeches, I hit the same wall, a complete writer's block, as they say. I could have gone with the classics. Graduates, you are the future of medicine. You are the voices of the unheard and the cornerstone of future generations. But somehow, in just those few lines, I managed to summarize every graduation speech that has ever been given. Instead, I wanted to take a moment to speak directly to the family and friends of the graduates today. You might be looking down at the graduates in front of you thinking, wow, they studied so hard, kept their grades up, and now they're graduating. And yes, there is truth to that. They did study hard, especially when having 2 major tests back to back. PTSD. However, they pushed through long nights, endless notes, maybe some carpal tunnel, and enough caffeine that could give an elephant cardiac arrest. If you ask them, they could probably still recall their first A&P exam, their first organic chemistry test, or the physics final that nearly broke them. And to my professors, please know that none of those examples were chosen intentionally. I promise you that. However, it's much more than that. Because while we were facing these rigorous courses, we were also dealing with everyday challenges of life. Some of us learning how to wash our own clothes without shrinking them. Goodbye, Prada. Some of us, doing our own cart maintenance for the first time. Trying to figure out what APR really means for a loan. Or doing our own taxes for the very first time without committing tax fraud. And yes, you may be familiar with these challenges. But layered on top of those everyday mishaps, there were parts you didn't always see. Family and friends, look at us. As we graduates went days without eating and days that we survived the strangest food combinations. The true college diet, as they say, made from whatever was left in the fridge. Look at us as we graduates faced major financial crisis and had to take on jobs that cut into our study time. On top of that, we also had to navigate the challenge of building our social lives. Now, instead of just balancing our grades and our personal responsibilities, we've added an entirely new pillar, our social well-being. And I know you might be asking and wondering why the stress of our social lives matters so much. The truth is, without developing our social connections, we miss out on building networks that will support us throughout our careers. In medicine especially, those meaningful relationships we form now can shape our future. Because one day, we will all be colleagues. But as much as I wish those were the only challenges we faced, life has a way of reminding us otherwise. Just when things start to feel manageable, it throws its own version of emotional turbulence. Look at us. As we graduates have lost a family member, a loved one, or even a godson. Look at us. As we lost important connections and friendships that we thought that would last forever. Look at us. As we lost our childhood home just because of financial strain or natural disasters. Look at us. As we got into the car accident in the very car we worked so hard to keep up with the payments on. Look at us. As we graduates faced racism and hatred throughout our academic career. Quiet wounds that never fully heal. Look at us. As we face all these inconveniences and still manage to pull through. You see, family and friends, while you might be looking at someone sitting here in their cap and gown and simply seeing a student who studied hard, earned good grades, and is graduating, I see something much deeper. I see strong and resilient individuals who endure depression, anxiety, and every obstacle life threw at them. Challenges we often kept to ourselves so that we don't burden others, just so we can keep you happy and free from our stress. Therefore, I ask you to celebrate us graduates not by who or what we are becoming, but the battles we have fought, the weight we've carried, and the storms we have weathered through. And now to the graduates. Look around, as now you are being viewed for who you really are and what it really took to get here. Acknowledge the obstacles and insecurities you have faced, for today is a time of celebration for everything we worked so hard for. And remember, you are running a marathon to become the medical professional you aspire to be. It will take time, it will take patience, and it will take strength. So pace yourselves, because even though you accomplish your dreams, you still want to keep your sanity. Thank you all for listening, and once again, congratulations to the class of 2026.
Dear class of 2026, we did it. We climbed Whitewater Mountains, broke down 318 elevators, and even shattered through chemistry lectures. And today, we finally get to cross the stage and walk into our next adventures. For some of us, it feels like a chapter in our book is complete. We followed the plan, put in the work, and now we're stepping somewhat confidently into whatever comes next. For others, crossing the stage feels like a generational journey, an accomplishment that no one before us has reached. But whether this moment feels expected, unimaginable, or both, it matters in ways that go far beyond today. College has a way of making us feel like we're not cut out for this kind of uncertainty. But as I learned from the most reliable source of all time, TikTok, thinking you're not good enough is just a lie that perfectionism whispers. I find that especially true in college, and even more true in the healthcare. It's a world that ties your worth to your grades and stamina. Even though we're told we're more than a GPA, those same numbers still shape what programs we get into, what jobs we land, and how capable we feel. But just because it's hard doesn't mean we're failing. It means we're learning in a system that doesn't always reflect how much we've actually grown. And that's not the same as not being good enough. I think that's why days like this matter so much. Not just because of what we've accomplished, because of everything that it took to get us here. The challenges, the growths, the wins and the losses, all come together to shape the stories we carry with us. And while every story here is different, I want to challenge all the graduates to own our stories and recognize the moments that shaped us. So today, I'll lead by example and share a part of mine. Growing up, I was certain I was going to be the next Selena Gomez. Then puberty happened and reality set in, and around that time, life introduced me to something far less glamorous. I was 11 years old when my mom got sick, and for a while, all I understood was that she was gone. Days turned into weeks, and weeks into months, filled with silence and questions. When I finally saw her again, she was in the hospital bed, connected to machines I didn't recognize, with a trach that had taken away her voice. I remember looking at her confused because I didn't understand how something I couldn't quite explain had changed our world so profoundly. That confusion became my catalyst. I stopped running from the unknown and started asking questions. I leaned into science to understand what once made me feel helpless. Because when someone you love is fighting for their life, everything can change in an instant. Nearly a decade later, I find myself back in a hospital room, but this time as a patient care assistant. I was standing beside a patient on an ECMO machine, and in that moment, I didn't see a diagnosis. I saw my mom. And for a second, I was 11 again, but this time I wasn't powerless. I could be the support I once needed, I could offer the hope I once searched for, and I could make sense of what once felt impossible. And that's when I realized healing isn't just about medicine. It's about compassion, resilience, and the stories we carry to bedside. So maybe as we leave here, the question isn't just what we're going to do next. Maybe it's who we're going to be in the lives of the people we encounter. Because there will be moments when we won't have the right answers, when we won't feel ready, and when everything we've learned still doesn't feel like enough. But in those times, what will matter isn't perfection. It's choosing to stay, because that's what I remember most about the hospital room. Not the machines, not the trach, but the people who showed up. I remember my dad showing up for me every day when I knew it wasn't easy for him. I remember my sisters stepping up in ways they didn't have to, making sure I never felt alone. And I think that's what this day really brings into focus. Not just what each of us have been through, but what it means for all of us sitting here together. Because even though our stories are very different, there's something we all share. We've all been pushed in ways we did not expect. We've all had moments where we've questioned ourselves, and moments that changed how we see who we are, and somehow all of that is what got us here. So now I want to take this opportunity to say thank you to my mom, dad, and sisters, Corinne, Stephanie, and Michelle, who have been there with me through every part of my journey, and who have taught me what strength, patience, and love really looks like. To all the staff and faculty at UMR who have encouraged me and ensured I could pass through this journey. And to my friends, Naomi, Kat, Bella, Jada, Jennifer, Chloe, Maddie, Atoria, and Olivia, who kept me grounded, showed up when it mattered, and helped me heal into who I am today. As we move forward, none of us really knows exactly what's waiting on the other side of this moment. But maybe that's the point, because everything we've been through has been preparing us for it. Not to be perfect, not to be certain, but to be present in ways that actually matter. So for whatever comes next, we don't have to fear it. We can face it and await our armored fate with a smile. Congratulations, class of 2026. Love, Liel Cohen.
So, yeah, we did a titration last week, so you guys know the drill. Go get your goggles, wear your gloves, and if you're thinking about eating some of the chemicals, let me know. We can talk through these feelings. Wait a minute. This isn't lab. This is commencement. I had something for this too. C'est la Zina? There it is. This is going worse than Crystal Pepsi. Those of you who've had the poor luck of having me in class or lab know that I'm constantly telling students to get more sleep, go outside, have fun with your friends, or in my case, acquaintances. Part of this reason I do this is because I spend a lot of time thinking about happiness and well-being, or a goal of mine, which is just contentment. And happiness means a lot of different things to different people, but one common thread that I keep coming back to is having a community. UMR has set you up to have a community. We do living learning communities, community-engaged learning, little communities at your chemistry class, at your table. Well, I guess my message today is just that you'll need to find a way to replace that, and it isn't always easy. I struggled with it when I graduated. I didn't even realize what was wrong. I was just not that happy. So what I did find was that finding a community takes work and sacrifice and can be pretty not fun at times. Some of you will find community in religion, others maybe sports or a cross-stitching group, whatever, it's all good. But what you need to do is have a community that requires something from you and that you require something from. I just suggest that you'll all need to find this something if you want to have the true happiness and contentment that being a part of a community brings. Do that work, it's what leads to the long-term happiness. I mean, unless you're in a community with me, in which case, sorry. But in all seriousness, congratulations, graduates. You've been a great community to be a part of, and I want you to go out and thrive and have a good time in your current community and in new ones that you find. Again, congratulations.
Please help me thank all three of our speakers one more time. Would the co-director for graduate studies, Dr. Yuk Sham, please come forward.
It is my pleasure to present the 2026 University of Minnesota Rochester degree candidates for the doctoral degree in bioinformatics and computational biology. Recipients of this degree must attain the highest level of training in the chosen field of study and must demonstrate an impact to science. Our first candidate is Rohan David Nanaulivu. It is with great pleasure that I present to you Dr. Rohan David Nanaulivu, Bioinformatics and Computational Biology. All right. The next candidate for the doctoral degree in Bioinformatics and Computational Biology is Xiaotong Lu. Her advisor is Dr. Rendong Yan. It is with great pleasure that I present to you Dr. Xiaotong Lu, Bioinformatics. Would the Vice Chancellor for Academic Affairs and Innovation, Dr. Paul Hanstead, please come forward?
It is my pleasure to present the 2026 University of Minnesota Rochester degree candidates for the Master's of Science degree in Bioinformatics and Computational Biology. Healing J. Wei-Ling Ang Zhang. And it is now my pleasure to present the 2026 University of Minnesota Rochester degree candidates for the Bachelor of Science in Nursing, Bachelor of Science in Health Professions, and the Bachelor of Science in Health Sciences.
Today, we honor the life and legacy of Mason Robinson with a posthumous degree. Accepting the degree are Mason's mother, Jackie Meany, and father, Greg Steele. May sweet memories sustain us. The Rochester campus partners with the University School of Nursing, hosting the school on our Rochester campus. Nursing students admitted to UMR through our early assurance program take all their courses in Rochester with UMR faculty in their first year. School of Nursing faculty after that, and clinicals with our partners at Mayo Clinic. This year, 174 students are graduating from the School of Nursing with a BSN, with 35 completing their studies in clinicals in Rochester. One of those students is walking in our ceremony today, and please join Dean Connie Delaney and me in congratulating her and the many other School of Nursing graduates who walked in the school's ceremony yesterday.
Presenting the candidate for Bachelor of Science in Nursing, Annika Snyder, with high distinction. And now presenting the candidates for the Bachelor of Science in Health Professions, Sumaya Ahmed. Brooke Anderson. Wad El Khalifa. Ellie Haley. Ryan Hera. Kendall Marie Glister. Sydney Hieronymus. Megan Hineker. Athena Hermstead. Caitlin Kubat. Angel Lopez. Juliana Mejia Fernandez. Lucy Ann Meyer. Mandy Convale Fantavale. Abbas Abinur Salat. Lindsay Scotty. Taylor Stewart. Marie Volkmuth. Rhea Marie Warner. Kimberly Shong. Chaiki Yang. And now presenting the Bachelors of Science in Health Science candidates. Abduwahi Abdi. Marianne Abdi. Faduma Hussein Abdul Kadir. Tanner John Abram. Hafsa Aden. Miski Abduwahi Ahmed. Gira Aluma Okudra Akara. Ahmed Al-Hadithi, Distinguished Capstone. Miriam Alani. Bushra Ali. Maro Alamir. John Amashan. Grace Elaine Adderson. Danielle Arrere. Munira Awais. Vishnaram Balasubramani. Raneem Bakarat, Distinguished Capstone. Delaney Barrett. Emily Bauer. Jillian Betancourt. Annabelle Burr. Lainey Bierke. Chloe Boneski. Tuli Cecilia James Bond. Chloe Boma. Brittany Ha Buyi. Jack Raphael Cahill. Julia Chaparov. Liel Cohen. Andrea del Castillo. Austin Deming. Odile Jom Kemonya. Mackenzie Margaret Gianna Eichhorn. Jennifer Guaman Criollo. Xavier Gendry. Favor Gerald Ogwu. Distinguished Capstone. Madeline Elise Gershmel. Carly Grace Gilland. Veda Shea Goplin. Liana Green. Jude Haj Sakur, Distinguished Capstone. Sarla Hassan. Eleni Fengguan Haugen, Distinguished Capstone. Ada Mina Her. Sandra Lu Hong. Isaac Cisco Jamber May. Ruth Jarso. John Fitzgerald Kemp, Jr. Isaiah Klein. Brody Neal Clevin, Distinguished Capstone. Jessica Corboy. Jack F.W. Kuyat, Distinguished Capstone. Sky Lawrence Xavier Labine. Audrey Michelle Lee. Peyton Leet. Ying Liu. Lovin Mafuta. Molly Jo McNallen, Distinguished Capstone. Kylie Ann Meinertz. Chloe Elizabeth Miller. Kai Moss Whipple. Jada Heidi Amparo. Nuziyaba Muzmahe. Genevieve Michelle Nagel. Jordan Nauman. Taylor Stephen Nelson. Madison Jean Newharth. Tam B. Wynn. Nora Ebochukwu Obikule, Distinguished Capstone. Elizabeth Omerza. Jacob Overly. Emma Jane Pearson. Emily Elizabeth Powell. Shruti Esther Pregelsing. Catherine Marie Rao. Amani Tarong Ray. Kashif Kanwar. Daylin Ritchie. Caitlin Roars. Haiti Romero Ruiz. Cole Rook. Callista K. Schutte. Emma Schutrop. Maggie Jade Marie Searles. Luke Edward Seymour. Ariana Raquel Danila Suliza. Jaylee Corinne Satan. Brooke Louise Swartfigger. Tyson Tao. Rebecca Therese Tupi, Distinguished Captain. Natalia Useche Paredes. Brianna Vernig. Madison Vu. Abrielle Kamaya Williams. Kylie Jo Wolf. Pachia Kathy Zhang.
And with pleasure, I invite the Honorable Regent Ruth Johnson to the podium to confer the degrees.
Thank you, Chancellor Carroll. Members of the Board of Regents agree there is no more rewarding and joyous duty than the conferring of well-deserved degrees on our outstanding graduates. And for me, who has studied, practiced, and taught medicine here in Rochester for many decades, almost half a century, the commencement at University of Minnesota Rochester is the absolute best. To all the graduates, I extend my congratulations. Through your talent, hard work, and determination, you have earned this day of recognition. As you embark on what lies ahead, your career, or perhaps a continued education, carry your University of Minnesota degree proudly. But remember, it comes with great responsibility and expectation to positively contribute to your communities, the state of Minnesota, the nation, yes, even indeed the world. Say to all the families and friends joining us, thank you for the countless ways that you have supported these students as they earn their degrees. Now, will the student graduates please rise as they are able. Upon the recommendation of the faculty and by the authority of the Board of Regents of the University of Minnesota, and with the completion of all remaining degree requirements, I now confer upon you the degrees for which you have qualified. What a wonderful and amazing day. Congratulations, graduates. You may now move your tassels from right to left. All right, all right.
Thank you. You may be seated. So that left-sided tassel means you are now alumni of the University of Minnesota. Congratulations. To welcome you to the alumni family, I invite Sarah Abbas, a 2023 graduate and a transplant PA at Mayo Clinic Jacksonville, to the stage.
Congratulations, class of 2026. You have worked incredibly hard to be here, and I'm beyond honored to join you in this surreal moment as your alumni speaker. With this gracious opportunity, I want to let you in on a pro tip, something that I wish someone would have told me before I walked across the stage 3 years ago. I want to tell you about perspective. It's a term that has changed my life, and I'm hopeful that it's a skill that you will develop and come to fruition. Perspective is not only to see with another point of view, but your ability to gain perspectives, be able to create and change perspectives, and of course, utilize perspective to your full advantage. Perspective gives you an ultimate power. So let's start simply with your current point of view. Right now, you're looking at the daughter of Bengali immigrants. And I couldn't be here without my family's incredible sacrifices. My family's goals and perspectives of the world has literally set the stage for my success and allows me to stand in front of you today. The perspectives my loved ones have given me make me a better individual, and I'm forever grateful to my loved ones for they make me the person I'm proud to be today. I hope that there's people in your life that you're grateful for, your family, your friends, your mentors, because that gratitude can drive perspective and truly lift you up to greater heights. So how does one gain perspectives? One step is to prioritize diversifying your world, make that new friend from a new place. Maybe learn about a whole new world like Jasmine and Aladdin. Bangladesh is a cool place if you need a recommendation. Take a class that you might not see immediate benefit from. I still use our chemistry lessons, by the way, and I finally know what's in a sunscreen bottle. Just don't quiz me too hard. In the professional life, perspective can be necessary for a new opportunity, especially when it appears daunting. It can be trying to make the best of a scenario, let it be a new method of treatment, or knowing what to avoid. All the future people and patients that you'll interact with, you'll need to have flexibility and have that ability to connect and communicate with them, and it comes from having perspective. This is something that comes with time, but it's crucial in your ability to think through multiple angles, let it be from language to logistics. It's an ability you'll come to value and foster, especially in times of problem solving. I really do think that maintaining a fluid perspective is a tool that you can use every single day. If you're having a rough day, figuring out a perspective in regards to the rough day can simply make you feel calmer and give you a sense of power. So with the concept of perspective, I want to exhibit it as a sense of motivation and also give you my well wishes. Since we're the future of healthcare, what's a better place to grow perspective than the human body and its major organs? So from the perspective of the brain, I hope that your future includes the firing of connections that bring you community and happiness. Just like your brain, you have the ownership to enact exactly who you want to be. Like your neural network, your network includes me and your fellow alumni, so please stay connected through the alumni page on the UMR website. With your eyes, I hope that you'll get to see things that continue your curiosity, see things that diversify your perspectives and self-expectations. With your ears, I hope that you'll hear empathy. And with your vocal cords, your voice, you'll never be afraid to say the right thing. With your muscles, I hope that you'll get strength to not only yourself, but the individuals around you. And with your lungs, I hope you can just find moments to take a deep breath in and enjoy those moments. With the liver and its ability to produce clotting factors, I hope that you'll be able to stabilize and reinforce your personality and values in life. And like the angry pancreas, I hope that you can just digest all your problems away. Your kidney works hard to filter out the toxins, and I hope when you're exploring the world, you'll gain the ability to filter out the good versus bad perspectives. And finally, your heart. It works so hard to pump goodness from the tiny vessels in your eye all the way down to your toe. And now that you've walked across this stage, I know that you'll be able to intake that perspective and pump goodness to the world. I'm certain that the UMR class of 2026 is going to be the great individuals that our healthcare needs. I know this because you're sitting in these chairs right now. It's well-deserved and well-earned. You are so powerful, starting with every organ in your body that's keeping you alive. Today, you've only heard me say the word perspective about 21 times, so I hope that you'll perceive that your greatest tool is you and your perception. Thank you again, UMR, for having me. As always, Free Palestine, and congratulations, class of 2026.
Thank you. Now, all of you folks robed in black with your mortarboard tassels hanging down on the left, it's official, you are college graduates. Yeah, you are UMR alumni. I don't know how you imagined yourself when you pictured the end of your undergraduate journey, but this is it. With Sarah, I welcome you to the UMR alumni family, a growing group of difference makers working towards solving the grand challenges, the grand health challenges of the 21st century. As you continue your education, care for patients, conduct research, enhance healthcare policy, reduce health disparities, invent medical devices, lead healthcare startups, and are content, and so much more, know that we want to stay connected. We will continue to care for you. We have confidence in you, and we are grateful to have had the opportunity to invest in your learning and development. Earlier, you shared your gratitude for faculty and staff. Now, graduates, let's thank all those friends and family members who have supported you. Friends and family, this is applause of gratitude from new UMR alumni. A UMR commencement tradition is to celebrate as a class by throwing your hats into the air. This is a once-in-a-lifetime photo op, so we have to get organized. First, you're gonna need to stand up, all right? This will be a synchronized throw. We may need some lights up. We certainly need a photographer. You've become great at group work, correct? All right, so don't do it yet. Get the bobby pins out, right? But what I'm gonna do is say, I'm gonna count backwards and say the word throw. So 3, 2, 1, throw, like that, only slower. And on throw, you throw. I think you got it. Photographer ready? Yep. Great. Families ready? New UMR alumni, 3, 2, 1, throw! Woo! You can find your hat and have a seat. Before I officially close the ceremony, let me express a big thank you to Ann Kowal and her team for all their work. A few instructions. We will recess with the Grand Marshal leading the stage party, followed by the faculty and staff, and then finally the 2026 graduates, our newest alumni. Graduates, you are ready for what's next. Go boldly, living on purpose, guided by passion, and learning as you grow. I now pronounce the 2026 commencement ceremony for the University of Minnesota Rochester closed. Thank you.